and I can see my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite.
Right, anyone home? Can anyone hear me? Anyone see me? I'm just going to try something new though. It is a Saturday. And set up my second camera. Yeah, so I can maybe assist you guys in a bit of close-ups of things which I want to build in the future. And I'm starting off by doing this little rebuildable RPM from Smok, which they claim is working with woodwork with this little guy. So yeah, the TGO, the touch and go TGO. So yeah, let's have a look there. There's a bad echo. Okay, let's quickly hold on. Okay, check out the echo now. The echo should be gone. You guys still hear the echo? Is the echo fine? I actually disabled something which was on. Kijk gou aan John, sê vir my, of jy nog steeds 'n echo het. Jadine, hi there, Zahir. You guys still hear the echo? Is the echo gone now? It should be gone. Yes, oor my kap nog. Oor kap hy nog. Alright. Ja, dit is altyd hierdie transition ding wat my so pyn in die gat gee. Net gou vinnig weer kyk gou. Wat gaan ons sy properties toe? Ja man, ek tog gedink ek sal vinnig die bou doen vir julle. Kom ons haal net gou die mic af. Right. En jy sê ek kan nog wragtig nog steeds. Advanced audio properties, kom ons haal gou hierdie ding af. Monitor af. Snaaks, hy sê ek onderstel om dit te wys nie. Alright, kyk nou. Now there should be sound. Nou moet daar klank wees. Klank. Eifer okay. Hankie dory. Dat behoort te wees. Hy behoort glad nie gemute te wees nie. Just quickly type in there. I know we've got a slight delay on the chat. Yes, loud and clear. Alright, awesome stuff. So yeah, what I did say when you guys were actually missing it though, the TGO was actually standing for a week. And when I opened it up for the first time though, there was quite some juice, significant amount of juice at the bottom. So yeah, just bear in mind, this guy actually does leak a bit though. I mean, it's not often which you actually find anything of these that do not leak. So what you see on the camera over there, okay, I'll actually have to just quickly go exit here and go out. See, so I should stop messing around with these things. Let's put that guy on there. There you go, there you go, there you go. That's better, that's better. That's better. So what you actually see over there, if I can actually just zoom out there for you guys. That's the little stand that Nicola Libbe actually made for me though, which you can actually use to do your little rebuildables on. If you've got small little rebuildables like this. And then all you do is you can actually just slide it in there to a specific point where it actually just sticks. And then you can use this little stand to actually build on, which is actually very cute. So yeah, this is the little Smok RPM RBA which we will be using. And I've already did a simple build on there. As what you can see, I'll just quickly zoom in there. This is nice about this camera. Just check that out. Lekker man. Lekker. Yeah, let's give it a quick, just check that. Eh? Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? Hi, Panzer. So yeah, just did a simple round wire build over there. Just did the wicking. And as I said, the whole idea is to see if this Smok RPM actually fits onto this thing without leaking like these coils actually do, which actually is a, well, I mean, as I said, I don't care if these coils really leak, because I don't use this device that much, simply because it has too much airflow for me, hopelessly too much. And I did actually have to empty it though. It is empty, so yeah, what you do is you just remove the standard coil, and if you look at the standard coil under the highlights over there, there you go, you can actually see that the standard just zooms slightly out there, so you guys have got a better view of these things. And I mean, I did check it though, when you put on the top cap of the Smok, it's exactly the same height as what this coil is, so it should work. In effect, it should work perfectly. So I think all we need to do is just lubricate this guy a bit though, get some juice on there, and then check it out. Yeah, this Thursday evening, I could not go live, in case you obviously know that I did not go live, but there's a reason for that though. And when I go live this Thursday, I will show you the photo. We had a little, not a little, it's probably a massive rat that the dog chased in the backyard, and it went up the gutter and it came into our roof. And my daughter, she's got the router inside her room, and because my vape station, my vape area is so far away from the router, I had a booster installed inside of the roof. And guess, of all the cables which is on the roof, of all the toys which is on the roof which the rat could have chowed on, yes, he decided to chow Mr. Booster's cable right off. So yeah, so the internet sucked, and I could not use that. So anywho, I'm so glad this little guy works. So all we need to do now is just put on this little cap, put it back. As you can see, this little stand features nice. It's no problem. The reason why I did a space build on this though is simply because I don't have the connector currently to put this guy on a mod 510 connector though. Just to burn it up, to even out the glow. But most of the times the glow is, in any case, with a spaced wire, the glow is automatically is over there. So yeah, now all we need to do is put this little guy in there with the flat sides like so, and there it goes. And that is supposed to work hunky-dory now. But that is the Smok RPM rebuildable coil which is in there. So all we need to do now is actually just juice up this little guy, and as I said, Let's zoom out there. This guy's got almost a nice little feature where you push in that little button and just squeeze it forward. And then we're just going to add in some juice in that little hole. And vape this monkey nut and see how this coil actually performs. I don't want to put in too much juice though. As I said, I'm not a big fan of the airflow on this guy. It's hopelessly too much. Let's quickly see what's going on over here. Greetings, Zahir. Alright, so you guys can still hear me though, fine. Just pop in their questions if you've got anything which you actually want to ask. For those who have got accounts at 3A Vape, let's just put this little guy in, like so. Alright, there you can see the fingerprint still works there. But those of you who've got accounts at 3A Vape, I actually ordered but I should get it by Wednesday, in time for the live. They've got awesome specials every now and again on Ye mods. So yeah, that's the previous one. I actually got my G class for $128, and it was marked down from more than $200 to $128. So I jumped on it. Just had to get that. And a week ago, I saw they had the. Are you guys still there? Because I don't see anybody chatting or putting in. Just give a thumbs up in the chat if you guys are still there. If I'm with you still. If anyone's there. I mean, it's pointless if I'm talking to myself, ain't it? Yeah, it's very hard to actually see if there's anyone there. Alright, good. Okay, even if it's just 2, that's fine. But go on to 3A Vape's site. Go check it out. They've got the SL class. And I've actually always wanted to buy it though. And I think the cheapest I can get it in South Africa was 2,400 Rand. You won't believe what they've got that on special for. It is going for $64.99. So yeah, even if you add on the $37 for DHL, you're still going to be better off just getting it from overseas. And even if you add customs to it, 250 Rand or whatever, you're still cheaper off than getting it in. So the idea is what I normally do is I just put 2 or 3 items. I just put additionally inside the basket at checkout, and then normally it does not influence that $37, because that $37 is about a weight, a certain volume. So you can actually put a few things in there before it actually jumps up to the next bracket, which I think is about $45, which is not a big difference. But bearing that in mind, I mean, sure, I cannot wait for that. And something else which I actually found in South Africa, which I was surprised to find. Hi, Zach. Was for you guys who've got the Hot Sig R150, like I do. I've already got 2 different sets of panels for it there. But I managed to find a shop in South Africa that still stocked the white abalone panels. So I decided, Bob's your uncle. I'm going to do it though. Good morning, Henry. If all of you guys are wondering why I just went live though, it's just to play around with this second camera feature which I actually put on here, because it's got such a nice zoom and it's a nice clarity. It's the Nikon the D7100, but I've had it for a long time though. But I thought it would be nice to actually incorporate this camera as well for close-ups when I do builds, because obviously you're not going to get the brilliant image from a Logitech C920, which is the one which I've been using the whole time. But yeah, I thought it would be nice. And all you need to do now is, now that I've done with that little portion, is just increase this in size and then transition over, and then you get a bigger me. There you go. And now we've got our TGO that has been sorted out. This little guy I can actually put off now that I know how it works, which is awesome. And Bob's your uncle. And in case you were wondering what I'm actually using though, is this guy. And this is the video capture, external video capture card which I'm actually using, and it works brilliantly. It works extremely nice, from Ava Media. Yeah, my buddies came to set it up for me just to check, because if that thing touches a computer, everything works. So yeah, let's give this guy a go and actually see how the RPM Smok coil performs in here. it's got nice flavor. It actually has nice flavor. Not often you get these rebuildable, small little rebuildable coils which you put in the pot systems or AIO systems, which actually produce good flavor. But weirdly enough, I'm getting a very nice caramel tobacco from this, and that's exactly what I've got in here. So yeah, that's cool beans. And it's just a pity about the airflow. Just a pity. But I'm going to let this guy stand in any case though for a day or two, and then let you know when I go live Thursday evening. Whether this coil also leaks, or whether you've actually got a better chance of it not leaking. But it's got nicer flavor than the coils which this guy actually comes out with. That's surprising. So yeah, so that's the abalone panels which I found, which I will show you guys Thursday evening, and then hopefully I would have the Tauren Max by that time, and hopefully I will have, what's the other thing I ordered? The Blotter Mini by that time, and then the G-Class, not the G-Class, the SL class, which I actually ordered from 3A Vape. Yeah, so I've got something to actually show you, and then I will show you the photo of the wires which the rat actually have gone through. Have you guys got any questions? I don't want to hold you up on your Saturday. I know it was not an official going live session this. As I said, it's just basically for myself to check out the quality of this second camera which I actually set up though. But yeah, just show you a better view of it though, from the side. So there you see. And that's the distance it's going to work with. But now that's a decent camera, man. And the weird thing is I've actually had that camera for so long already. But I was just looking for a capture device, decent one. Because I'm afraid if you buy that USB one, it might not work that well, blah, blah, blah. And then luckily I saw this one on Facebook Marketplace, believe it or not, of all the places. Yeah, Zach, I hope I'm also going to like the Tauren Max. As I said, I love this guy. But be careful though. I've noticed a difference. I was a bit hasty yesterday and actually made my cotton slightly too dense. It just shows you how finicky this Tauren beast is. But I just wicked it over, obviously with a bit of Maviton. And now it's back to its old normal self. Absolutely amazing. Hi there, Rufus. In case you missed it though, what I basically just did is I did a rebuild I just showed a rebuild which I did on the Smok RBA, just to test its compatibility with the TGO. Just quickly remove this guy and see. Currently dry as the Gobi Desert. Currently dry. So yeah, but I got to say this mechanism, fingerprint mechanism, is absolutely stunning. It works great, and that is the airflow closed totally, and you get that amount. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm into my restricted vapes, and that's why I love the Tauren Beast so much. Putting in 2-3 millimeter diameter coils, airflow wide open, gives me that perfect restrictive direct lung hit. Oh, if you ever doubted the power of this cotton, doubt it no more. Doubt it no more. I tried so many cottons, and I know people are very specific in the cotton which they like. They like certain characteristics, but as I said, I stuck to, funnily enough, Cotton Bacon Prime was the cotton which I preferred up until this specific point. It's a cotton which gave me the best performance out of all the cottons out there. And then Moritz from Vapors Cafe told me that he imported this. Well, I was actually on the hunt for this. And then Rob Fisher from ESIC SA Forums, I call him the Grampuru, the Grampuru of South African vaping, which is the Guru Grandpa. And he just had a birthday recently. I think he turned 55 or up. So yeah, let's leave it at that. So as soon as you get a device like this and it delivers a restrictor hit than a device like that, then I'm not interested in the specific device. I want a tight draw. If I go for a bit of high nicotine, anything from 8 to 12 freebase, then I need something which is going to give me that nice restrictive hit, and this guy delivers. You still see me using it though. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Yeah, I've still got my cotton bacon prime packets. If I do builds for people, I actually ask them whether they want it. I've still got a sealed packet of cotton bacon prime, and there's what is left of my previous one. So yeah, it's still a nice backup cotton though. And I mean, another cotton which actually impressed me was this little guy. These little sticks. I'm sure you guys know these little things. If you don't know what they are, they're perfect for 3mm coil builds. And all you do is you just put that little, one of these little guys, let's just take out one. If you don't know what this little cotton is. There you go. All that day. You just push it through the coil. Let's just quickly get a coil and show you, man. Because we can. I still luckily have a spare. I'm running a bit low on coils, but apparently they are sending me some more coils. These look like 3mm diameters. Yeah. So all you do is you just push it through your little coil like that, and then you'll see there's a little a blue strip right in the middle. So when it's inside, you just twist these sides, you just pull it apart, and this paper breaks at that little blue ribbon area, the little blue ring, and then you get a nice strand of cotton. You just need to fluff it out, and Bob's your uncle, and you're A-okay. And that cotton also produces. I enjoyed it. I don't have a problem with it. That's hence the reason why I still have it. So yeah, that's Dante. Good morning, Dante. No, Zach, it's not that hard. They got in more of that cotton. They actually got in a huge shipment of that cotton. Moritz told me. But yeah, just ask them. Just send them a PM via Facebook. Just go to, and they've also got the online store now. Remember, their store is open. Vapors Cafe, and just work through that though. So yeah, if there's nothing on there, hello, goeiemorgen morning. If there's nothing on there, then they probably will load the stock this week. But it's definitely worth a try. And initially I thought, wow, it's expensive. As I said, I probably bought the big pack. But if you go and look at the amount of cotton which you do get, and you see what you pay. What do you pay for average for cotton bacon prime? Let's say 100 Rand. And the weight of the cotton bacon prime versus the amount which you get over there, it's still going to be a bit more expensive, Maviton, but in the long term it's not that expensive. But what you gain by it, the feature of Maviton, which I like the most, is its heat resistance. So yeah, and I have unfortunately underestimated the amount of juice in the past in some of my tanks, and when you heat that cotton, oh my crap sack. And that's what I like about this. You don't burn that cotton too quickly. It's got a high resistance of heat. It's just great. It's just great. But I would love your feedback. If any of you guys get Maviton, please let me know after you've used it for, well, whenever. Just let me know what you think of it. I'm very interested to find out. So what is else on its way? There was something else as well. Oh, and then the good thing is, I'm so happy about it. I think I told you guys that I had the Hadley with the black cap, specifically for that blue tip which Nico Libber made for me. And you guys can go on Facebook him, Nico Libber. He's very helpful. He will make you things, even if it's these little stands. The oakie's op die ball, and he loves fiddling with the stuff. I think he's got a bit of OCD. He enjoys working. I saw that, Rufus. I was looking at the SXK Subbox earlier because I was checking out the DNAs which 3A Vape have. And they actually have got, let's quickly just check that 3A Vape. Another DNA device, which is new on pre-order, which was actually interesting. Let's quickly check it. But they've got the shoebox, to put it that way, to make a long story short. And they're currently out of stock. And for a DNA box mod, for $69.99, it's not bad. The other one I was talking about, they call the ZQ Essent DNA 75C. So if you go to 3A Vape's website, and at the top, you've got by brand, mods and kits, atomizers, accessories in stock, blah, blah, blah. Just go to mods and kits, go down the list till you get to DNA chip box mods kits, and just click on that. And then you'll see that ZQ Essent. But it's on pre-order for $149.99. But yeah, I had a look at that box, but I'm not going to get it though, that sub box, because I don't like those designs where you actually have to put in your, where you put it that way. I mean, you know what the design looks like, but your RTA actually goes into the design. I don't like that much, because certain RTAs, when you screw it on, number one, the airflow might not necessarily be perfect to the sides and might hit the inside of the box, be orientated towards the inside, which is going to impact the airflow which you actually experience. That's the one thing which I don't like. And the second thing is you're normally restricted to the size of the RTAs which you can put on those things. So I'm not a big fan of that design, but in any case. But you can let me know once you get it. I bought a big bag of Kogendo. What's it? I thought on a Kendo, but a Kogendo, no idea. 5 years ago. Still enough in there to last me another year. Yeah, Pansari, the cotton's going to last you a long time. A long time. I mean, I've had, Maviton for 3 weeks now. The same bag of Maviton for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And I've probably given away enough for 3 people to do 5 builds with. And this is the amount which is still left. Remember, this thing opens up. This thing opens up. It's crazy. Do you know how long this is going to last you? So that's why I say you might think it's expensive, but it's a crap load of cotton. And it is very good cotton. Very, very nice. But yeah, you guys are going to enjoy the photo of the cable, the rat. And I must say, he did a decent job. But immediately, I ordered myself that new Eco rat poison pills with the cholecalciferol inside. Apparently what it does, and the cholecalciferol is actually good in the sense that you need it for your skin to synthesize vitamin D. So your body also produces it. But in rodents, and it's all natural. As I say, if a kid accidentally eats on this tablet, which I don't suggest try, but because you're a bigger organism and you can accommodate a lot more higher quantities, it doesn't do anything to you. That's why they call it an eco. But what it does in rats, it kills them within 5 days by coagulating the blood, which means that your red blood cells start sticking onto one another, which creates blockages in your smaller blood vessels, capillaries, venules, arterioles, and those kind of things. But yeah, in any case, DNA is 95 pounds, 70 watt is 65 pounds. I'm just waiting for the 3A Vape, since they've got these nice mods which they put on ridiculous specials every now and then. I'm just waiting for the Odin DNA, because I don't want the normal Odin, and I also don't want the 100 or the 250 watt one. I want the one with the DNA chip in it. And I also don't want the black or the gunmetal versions, because I've seen too many photos where the paint jobs are not that great, where even with the handling it, the black starts fading or the gunmetal starts fading. So I'd rather wait until I get that brushed chrome version with the DNA chip in. Certainly. Alright, so there's nothing more you guys want to add? Nothing you want to say? Last comment, Rufus, DNA 95 pounds, and that's that. And now everything is quiet. But yeah, Otherwise, I see you guys on Thursday evening. If you've got no other questions while I'm on, you can ask me there. But what I wanted to say is, for the Hadley tip, I was actually looking for, because I've got the black cover for the Hadley and that blue tip. I did so much searching on the internet for a squonker that's going to match that, and the one closest which I could find with black and blue in it, which I thought I might like, was the Aegis. But you can't find that Aegis 100 watt squonker almost anywhere. I don't know why they don't. Aegis, Geek Vape has got so many reruns of the Aegis series, except that one. Weirdly enough, it just can't be found. So yeah, as I said, I found it in a shop in Canada, and my brother-in-law stays in there, and he's already bought that blue Stabwood Centaurus for me though, which he's keeping for me. And then before I got the Dufpo V, I found a site there which also got the Dufpo V for cheap, man, $29 Canadian dollars. So even makes it more cheaper. And he got me that one as well. So when I receive it, I will have 2 Dufpos. I'll put up one for competition, obviously, and then that Geek Vape Aegis. He actually found it for me though, so I'm very, very happy with that there. DNA or Yee? Never used DNA, but I like the Yee. Is DNA better? I like both the chips. I like both the chips simply because I'm not fussy, put it that way. I don't even find a huge difference between non-DNA and Yee chips and other chips like the Gene chip. I mean, it still fires quickly. I'm not one of those finely tuned vapors that want that perfect temperature control. I just want to put an ATI on there. Normally it's got a 0.2 to a 0.25 build. I want to up my wattage to 80 watts and I want to vape the crap out of it. And when I use MTL devices like this, 35 to 40 watts and normally a 0.4, 0.5 build, and it still gives me very nice flavor. But the wattage mode, that's what I'm looking for. I mean, this guy, it still fires, no problem. This is how quiet this is. It's ridiculous. It's so quiet, but you can see on the blue light that it actually fires. It's crazy quiet, this X-Promiser. But to answer your question, I have got 5 Yee devices and I have got 10 DNA devices. I'm a DNA fan. I love DNA. Just love those. I never had a DNA mod which broke on me though. And I've also never had a Yee mod which actually broke on me. But the difference is I've had a Yee mod with a Yee chip, mod with the Yee mod, SX chip, which drained my battery quicker. And yeah, that I didn't like. And it was the first G-Class which I actually had. But the second G-Class which I got myself now, probably upgraded firmware. I don't have that issue. Mr. Van Sail, more mense. You guys wake up very late. I don't know what time it is in the UK. I would love to make a mate in the UK which is going to come to South Africa. Because there's a mod in the UK which I'm looking for. But I can't find it locally. And I can't find it anywhere else. But yeah. But there is somebody that actually is from the UK which told me they might be coming over to South Africa. But yeah. I will check that out. So what you guys vaping on? Anything new from you, Oaks? Are you still happy with it? Let's quickly check if this guy's still dry on the inside. Yeah, those magnets are good. Very, very, very nice. Dry. So yeah, the RPM Smok so far. Thursday I will tell you, but so far this RPM is a better option than the TGO's own coils. For sure. Lekker man, lekker. Throw that away. So anywho, that's that from my side. I think I'll see you guys then. I'll see you on Thursday evening. I don't want to make this a long extended live session. As I said, it's just meant to check out that thing. I had the RSQ Panzer, but I sold mine. I did not like the feel of it. I know it's slightly bi-concave, very ever so slightly, but there was something about the RSQ which I did not like. Because remember, I've got very large thumbs, and I think I just got stuck once too often when I actually wanted to squonk the bottle. But yeah, but I did have the RSQ. And I must say, you don't see a lot of people that actually post hand checks with that. Yeah, Henry, I just want to get back into squonking though. I mean, I was a avid squonker back in the day. Hence, I've got so much squonking atties. I mean, I've even got my Goon 20 foo. 20 foo, I'm my crap sack. My Goon 24mm, special squonking pin for that. Goon 22, special squonking pin for that. My Reload RDA, squonking pin for that. My Cosmonaut, squonking pin for that. Then the Hadley, the Hadeon, Citadel, squonking pins. And then I was very happy to find the following. I had it, but I had the clone version. And I kept it for such a long time because it was a very good squonking RDA. I'm going to show you now. Hopefully yes it is. On my way. And the thing is, it comes in this, which makes it look like a, how can I say, most clones which you get it in this. But this is one of those atties which actually came out in this. You can see it's a bigger box. But oh my word. I'm going to show you what attie I mean. It's also a fantastic squonking RDA. It is very nice. And I saw a guy advertise it. I just had to get it. And there you go. Number 2936. It's that. It's this little monkey nut. And I'm going to show you its deck. But I got great flavor from this. Just get some grippiness on there. Hopefully I can open it. Just check out that deck. Ain't that ridiculous? Wait a minute, I might put on the camera and show you a close-up of it. See if I can still activate the camera and it still goes on. Yeah, it does. Let's make this guy a bit smaller over there. Bring this guy in over here. Yeah, I dig this. Let's just zoom in there. I'll show you now. I'll show you now. Don't worry. Just want to get my bearings correct on this. But maybe some of you can actually. Hi, Craig. There you go. Just check out that. Check out that. So yeah. So I cannot wait to get back into squonking. As I said, I've got a few squonking mods. And this guy will look good on my Therion. But yeah, and it even comes with a Ultim cap as well, if you're inclined to like an Ultim cap. There you go. Hello, Gareth. But yeah, that is sweet. That is sweet. So anywho, so long story short, let's just get this big ugly fat face back in picture again. So yeah, long story short, I really liked squonking and I want to get back into squonking a bit though. And I'm slowly but surely trying to get all the squonking atties which I really liked in the past. I'm trying to get back. In case you're wondering what this attie is, it is the Soul S. The Soul S, and there you can see the little legit card. Just to prove that it's not a clone. But oh my word. Also nice. And when I think of, just to give you a testament of how nice it is when people actually ask me, let's put this guy off, what is my recommendation for RDAs, for squonking? Now, obviously, if you've got a lot of money, now I had the clone Skyline, but it was fine. But it did not beat the Hadley for me, though. So I cannot tell you about the Authentic, but I know the Authentic has got a huge following. Talking about the Skyline, one thing, not the Skyline, oh my word, what is the thing? What's the RDA? The same people that brought out the Skyline, brought out, I can't even remember. I'm using the Intheon clone for now. But I saw the new Skyline, and that looks very nice. Yes, I just hope somebody in South Africa actually brings in the new Skyline. I wouldn't mind paying a couple of $1,000 for that thing. I would really like to try it though, to be quite honest. But in any case, be that as it may, as I said, when it comes to the Soul S, I'll put it in the same bracket as what I do the Hadley. It is such a great small 22mm reduced chamber, inner chamber type of situation. It just works great. Yeah, top side, as I said, Dufpo has got some hit and misses. I mean, even though the mods are so nice, I've got the Dufpo, and I really like the Dufpo. And I think Martinez from Mr. Van Sale still also uses the Dufpo V. So they've got some nice things, and I've got the top side as well. But fortunately, my top side is not giving me any issues. And I know there's people that have, quite a number of people that are starting to get, they already have circuit problems. Probably from juice leaking into the top and getting onto there. So ja, hallo Midi boer, gaan het goed? Lekker man, is 'n klomp boere wat hier kom join, klomp Afrikaanse mense wat hier join. So yeah, if you wanted to know, then this little Smoky works great on the TGO. And you can get the TGO if you like. It's got a lot of pros, absolutely a lot of pros. But if you're not going to like a lot of airflow, then that's going to be the killer for you, no matter how many pros there's on this thing. The airflow is just too much. Hopelessly too much. But yeah, not too bad. And obviously, as I said, that little regal situation over there. So yeah, squonking, I will definitely start squonking soon, especially if I get that Aegis boost. Not the Aegis boost, the Aegis 100 squonker from my brother-in-law. Then I'll definitely, I mean the black and blue one. And I've got no idea why I never went for it though. Simply because I really like this guy so much. You mean, you know I like it. I got myself the black one as well. But that, it just never crossed my mind. I just think the simple reason is they never market it so that it's actually well known. Hello Adrian, gaan het goed? Long time no see. There's a lot of you people that I would actually love to be more active. And I see it worldwide though. When I go and watch other shows, even from I think it's Vaping Fagan, which I still watch, and Mike Vapes, which I still watch, and Jay Hayes, which I'm not subscribed though, but I enjoy it though. Just waiting for his breakdown to happen some other time. But when I watch their numbers, I mean, it's totally diminished. So it worries me a bit though that the vaping community or the vaping scene is on a steady decline, and it's sad with all these vapor bans overseas. Hopefully it doesn't creep into the UK or South Africa or other countries though. But yeah, they've got big problems over there. But you can see the amount of views which they get on their videos. Normally it went up 50, 100,000, and now you see that it takes them quite a while to actually get there though. So yeah, it's scary. But the same here with my situation. I mean, I almost considered to stop making videos though, because you don't get, the interest is just not there anymore, and you just wonder whether there's anybody that finds some other, well, basically whether the videos help or not. You just don't think there's any more out there. So yeah. Bro, I'm hoping to come to Cape Town at some point. Yeah, Tim, then I must send you a message. But I think your coming to Cape Town has been for more than a year and a half, where you kept on getting postponed, and now this COVID lockdown hits you as well. But it would be nice if you actually come down. Sure. Yeah, Adrian, there was it's most definitely the case. Most definitely the case. I mean, I know during lockdown how many smokers just contacted me regarding vape products and vape juice, etc., etc. And now that the lockdown is, or put it this way, not that the lockdown is over, but now that cigarettes can be bought again, they have dropped off significantly, and that's actually half scary. Now you do get the few people that is very thankful for starting to vape, and that just straight away told me they will never go back to smoking. But by far the majority of people have gone back to smoking for sure. I know it. But I won't. I'm totally done. I'm luckily gone. Not interested in smoking at all. Midi boer. Moenie my sê jy rook weer nie. Rook jy wragtig weer. Oh my. If people must maybe just watch that video of mine, which I made. And I mean, I honestly thought I would never stop smoking. Honestly. I enjoyed my Camels. Absolutely. And Camel filters, as I was smoking that for 23 years. But then I made that, oh yes, af van sigarette af, dankie Vader. Then at a certain point, as I said, when you start factoring in your family and what it means to them when you could be around maybe 2 or 3 years longer. Now, it's obviously not guaranteed. I mean, I can go out now and something can drive over me, or a plane can fall on my head or something, I know. But let's take it now, you die of natural causes. Stopping to smoke at an earlier age has definitely scientifically got a longer effect on prolonging your age. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about it. And as I said, I'm a physiology major. And I've did so much research on this stuff because I was extremely skeptical in the beginning. As I said, it took me it most probably took me more than 2 years to quit smoking and start vaping, because it was a total unknown when I started back in the day. And it's not that far ago. I mean, I think I started in 2016. I stopped smoking and started vaping. And I mean, vaping has been around for much longer than that, but not in South Africa. In South Africa, it was fairly new. South Africa, I know the first time which I actually heard about the vaping is when they brought in those cigarettes, which you actually suck on, and then it lights up on the front. And then I was also skeptical when I saw that, because you think by yourself, you had a liquid, heat. I mean, most science experiments which your science teacher did for you and during chemistry was with a Bunsen burner, and then chemical reactions took place and blah, blah, blah. And those are the things which is in your head. And then when more people start telling you, but give it a go. Take it, do your research, and then you start doing it. And then you realize, all right, there's PG, there's VG. Read up exactly what the chemistry is behind those things and what other products it is being used. Your coil temperatures, heating up a juice to certain temperatures, what happens to them, your metals which you use for your coils, does oxidation occur, what are the properties of your different metals, etc., etc. Do they react with the juices and create different chemical compounds, like in cigarettes? Because you know that when you light a cigarette, you create so much new chemical compounds, of which a lot of them are carcinogenic. But because you're an addict, because you're afraid of the unknown, venturing in the unknown, you keep on making excuses not to stop smoking. And then, as I said, when my daughter, she was the final straw, when she told me, please. And I mean, I had to smoke outside because my wife quit smoking long before I did. And she smoked those thin Vogue Slims, those white cigarettes. And my Camels just stunk up the house. And because when both of us were smoking, it was not that problematic because you were so used to that smell of smoke that you had no issues. But as soon as she stopped, then obviously she started getting a perception of smell. She regained that because that's what is going to happen to anyone that stops smoking. Because remember, one thing which smoking does, and you can go and read up on that, is it paralyzes the ciliums inside your nasal passages, inside your air respiratory passages. So it influences the efficiency of your olfactory cells, which is the receptors which react with the chemical compounds in air, which sends impulses to the brain so that the brain can smell. So yeah, it does affect you. Smoking does mute those, or the function of those cells. It does. So I had to start smoking outside, and then you get, and not that, I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was fine. But if you smoke quite often, and especially when you play games, when I played a lot of online games, and you get in the habit of lighting up a smoke and yada oak. But now all of a sudden you have to stand up every 15, 20 minutes and go, and, even if it's just for your little quarter cigarette and killing it and going back again for your next quarter, whatever, smoking it in sections. But you realize the difference in the smell of your house. I mean, I could smell, because that smoke pulls into everything which is material. I mean, even your tafeldoeke, your curtains, your clothes, your carpets, your cushions, vadoeke, handkerchiefs, your wife's stockings, everything. That smoke pulls in there and it sticks, and everything starts smelling like smoke. So in any case, and then the daughter asked me to stop, and then I started seriously considering it, and did my research, found out, walked across the school. We've got a tobacconist right across the school from us, and there they had one of these small pens. I don't know if it's ego pens or whatever, but the small little pens. They still had those sucky ass atomizers with the small ropes in it. I don't know how many of you have been vaping that long, which you can remember those little ropes which hang down the side. And normally it even blocks your little container cartridge. But anywho, I started on one of those things, and I'll never forget the juice which I actually bought for the first time. It was a Paulie's coffee cake. Paulie's a local juice maker, and I love those things. So even through that little piece of crap, I got a very nice flavor from Paulie's coffee cake. So that I started continuing, and I started enjoying it, and never went back. Yeah, Panse Silica weeks. Absolutely, yeah, those things suck. Went from smoking to vaping to enthusiast, back to pod devices, now law. The brew, you're very quiet these days. I thought you eloped. I thought you maybe moved to Australia or something to get out of South Africa, because you just don't see you on the forums anymore. Yeah, but Midiboer, I don't care for those people. I mean, if you're not willing to do the research, it's like the other day. I just couldn't help myself posting on a Facebook post, which I saw somebody post another picture of the moon landing, and then obviously the flag, which appears as if it's waving, and then you get all these conspiracy nuts which go on and says yes, and there's a moon in the background, you can't see the stars, and blah blah blah. I mean, if you just prepare to do a bit of research, then you'll realize why the flag looked like it looked, and why you don't see stars in the background. I mean, even if you just know some basic functions of a camera and know there's things like shutter speed and aperture, which you need to adjust to be able to get light in darker backgrounds, then you can put two and two together and figure out. But it's not a conspiracy. I mean, and even if it still bothers you, even if you still think it's a conspiracy, I mean, how about there's so many orbiters which takes high resolution photos. You can actually see all three Apollo landing sites on photos. You can even see the footprints of the astronauts still on the moon. But people are just too lazy to do the research, or maybe it just suits their mental state that they just refuse to just go and read up on those things. Zaire, I still have those pen E6, yeah. No, I actually got actually got rid of mine as soon as I upgraded, and that's where I upgraded to. There was still a Genesis tank, I know, and a Tornado tank, which was back in the day, and the Goblin V1. That's when I started vaping. Is when those things were out. The eVic Mini, the Joytech Cuboid. Those were the beginning mods, which I actually upgraded to when I started upgrading my devices and atomizers, and then started to enjoy it a lot more. And as I said, then you start understanding things about the batteries which you need to use and how to adjust the settings inside the stuff. And then the bug bit me, and that's why, hence, I got all these things. And what I've basically got behind me is, I gotta be honest, it's probably about a tenth of what I actually had. I've given away so much, I've sold off so much in the past though, but yeah, I don't have those e-cig pens anymore. Definitely not. I don't want one of them anymore though. Just wanted to know how dangerous vaping is. I want to start, but my parents are saying it causes lung cancer. What should I tell them? The best thing is to find a reputable website where there are well-renowned and doctors, a medical website with that specific article where they will tell you it's not going to cause lung cancer and what actually does cause lung cancer. But I mean, it's also not foolproof. Remember that. The stats are totally for vaping being safe, but you do get those individuals which might be sensitive to this and might be sensitive to that. They're always in the minority, yes, but to say that vaping is safe for everybody versus smoking is not necessarily the case. For the majority, the 99.9%, yes. But as I said, you do get people that are sensitive to PG. You do get people that are oversensitive to salt nicks and so on and so on. But what I just did is I went to do my research. There's so many documentaries out in any case. You can show them that Billion Lives. Show them that documentary. Just tell them to watch through the documentary. I mean, if they care for your decisions and your opinion, then they should be able to do that for you. And afterwards, then you can talk to them about it and bring up other research or resources which you've actually gone through. But yeah. So Mr. Razak, I hope that answers your question. And you must remember the era out of which parents also come. They don't like anything like this. They don't understand these things. I mean, you can go to most smokers. You can go to most smokers and ask them, listen, name me one carcinogen which is inside smoke, and they won't be able to tell you. But what they will be able to tell you is that it's bad. So even smokers don't do the research of exactly what is in. I smoked for about 15 years before I found out that there was arsenic inside cigarettes. Arsenic, which is a very potent poison. So yeah, and formaldehyde, oh my word. And I know there's concentrations of formaldehyde even in you. But I used formaldehyde in the beginning to preserve certain animals for my biology class. Then I would inject them with it to basically just prevent the rotting of the meat inside crustaceans and stuff like that with exoskeletons. But then you see, oh my word, there's formaldehyde inside cigarettes as well. And then you should start weighing the pros and the cons of these various, the information which you actually get, and then make a decision based on your knowledge which you've actually obtained. But never stop researching. Always find out. I mean, if there's a new article which comes out that vaping causes that, I'll go to the trouble and read it. I just don't go and brush it off and say, there's another popcorn lung issue over there. Just go and read it, because maybe it could be factual. And then go and see the website which it posted, check out the doctor or the publishers of it, go and find out more about those oaks. But you just be proactive. First thing, vaping has no tar. Yeah, Henry, that's for sure. That is absolutely. And the fact that if you start vaping, the fact that within 2 to 3 weeks maximum, you feel your taste sensations coming back, your smell improving, you've got a better breathing pattern as well. I mean, it's a no-brainer that it's going to assist you. It does help. And then, as I said, you can go and read up furthermore just to find the other problems. As I said, it's better to breathe than to vape or smoke. But if you're a smoker, it's way better off vaping, going over to vaping, than it is to smoking there. But it's going to be your job to do the thorough research and just lay it in front of your parents and say, listen, mom and dad, here's the nicotine. But remember, nicotine is a stimulant, similar to caffeine. You've got your flavorings. The difference between the flavorings we use and the flavorings which your mother uses in the food is ours is a better grade. Our vanilla is more expensive than that vanilla essence which is in there, but that's food flavorings, so that's fine. No one should have a problem with the food flavorings component. And then you get your propylene glycol, and just go and list to your parents what exactly propylene glycol is and what other products is being used, and the same with vegetable glycerin. And that should also help put their minds to ease. Still have my original pico I started with. Funnily enough, I know the brew you, I know you had one, but I never had a pico, weirdly enough. Never had it. And I think it's just those little, the battery cap sticking out like a carbuncle, like a pit swear at the back, which I didn't like. I didn't like that cap section which you remove and put in your battery. But very popular mod, very popular. It's just me that's full of nonsense. I mean, there's no reason why you should not like the pico, other than that stupid reason which I have. +1 for a bottle of Blimey. So many good Blimeys. I actually made myself another few bottles of Blimey. But yeah, Blimey's never far. Never far. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Started off with a iJust-S. I also had an iJust-S. Still working today, 4 years old. It's true. It's true. Most of the hardware. The latest video I actually watched about Jay Hayes, somebody asked him to show one of the mods at the back. Now, I think everyone has probably seen a Jay Hayes or watches Jay Hayes videos. And he's got a huge amount of mods at the back. And one guy actually asked him to pull off one. And the one which he pulled off the shelf, now I'm looking for one. And I know it's an old mod which you're not going to get anymore. But it's called the Lost Vape, and it's the Duo from Lost Vape. But it's also a abalone paneled one. And I almost like my abalone panels. I think it looks very nice. I never just knew though, so that was before the time. And I mean, those mods which came out back in those days, those things just function. There I've got the Evic Mini. And I know Midiboo has also got one, but he's selling his one now. I must still talk to him about it. I think I'm going to scale his. But those things just work. Pop in the battery and there it goes. And I think it's like most products though. Because remember, it's pointless buying something which always is going to work. Because then the company's not going to make any money. They actually want you to go back. So normally if it's guaranteed for 6 months or a year, it normally dies. And that's your kettles and fridges and all that kind of stuff. So the thing is today is not more. And if you buy something which you really want to last, is you're going to pay for it though. And that's where the higher mid-tier and your high-end devices actually come in. It's not only the craftsmanship, but also the chip which they use in it though, and the reliability of performance. So yes, iJust-S, no issues over there. Can I fly to Cape Town now, buddy? Of course you can. Yeah, of course you can fly. Yeah, we've got a nice bed for you. You can put on a nice fire. I've got a lot of camel thorn bags. I've got a lot of packets of Blitz. We sort it out. Got some nice wine, gin, vodka, brandy, whiskey, all those nice, and cool drink, tea, if you're into tea, Nesquik, strawberry and chocolate flavor, Nesquik. So yeah, no, we sort it out. Tim, we're ready for you. You can come and say hi there. I would love to meet some of you guys. Honestly, I would. And that's also my big problem with the vape meets, which actually stopped. So yeah, I would love to put some faces to these names. It would be nice. I started with a penguin. Henry, wat is 'n penguin? Hoe lyk 'n penguin? This is one of those all-in-one mods. The black and I know black and white. Obviously, the name says it. I think Rob still had a penguin now, but it's not that old. I think it was between 2 and 3 years old. The penguin came out. Yeah, that's why the brew. If you say 90% of the research was sponsored by tobacco, I wouldn't say the research. I would probably say the posts which they do regarding the ill effects of vaping. But yeah, I know there's a lot of doctors which get paid by the tobacconists. That's why I say you need to go and find out more about who posted it and what website these articles are being posted. But I'm convinced. I'm 100% convinced at this point from what I have done, the research which I've done, that vaping is better than smoking. So I won't go back. I'm done with it. Okay, Pansa, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. The brew, JAs. You guys, you wouldn't want one of these regardless. No, I can't help it. That's a comment which just came through on one of the videos. Do you like JAs? You guys must learn to spell JAs. He gets very upset when you don't spell his name correctly. It's J-A-I, not a Y, a I. I like watching his videos. I know I won't interact with him because interaction, it takes things very personal if you don't like something, don't agree with something which he says. But I like the fact that he gets so emotional, and I enjoy it for the entertainment value of it. I won't necessarily listen to his judgment on something there, but as I said, for pure entertainment value, I watch his things because every now and again he flips, and it's nice to watch him go off on something there, especially if he takes on companies or fellow vapors which bring out products which he doesn't like. But there's quite a number of hardware which he did not like, which I thought was nice. I had no problem with it. I thought it was great. So regarding his opinion, no, but I'll watch him. Yes. Lost my respect when he did that video on his daughter. Yes, and now you won't see those type of things anymore, because remember, your vaping videos aren't monetized. So yeah, and since monetization is lost, you don't see all these type of emotional videos being posted by vapors anymore, because they know views don't help much for that though. And yeah, you get paid. You got paid back in the day. Well, I never reached that level though. I mean, I've just got a few subscribers, but those guys got paid big money though, big money. I just wish I could find out what Rip Tripper is getting for his reviews, which he's doing now inside his car. And you can actually see, and I think Jay brought it up in the video which I saw. He speculates that his wife maybe told him it's not allowed to vape in the house anymore, and now he's sitting in this car vaping it. But you can see, if you just go watch Rip Tripper's last video, you can actually see on his face, in his eyes, specifically his eyes, that he's not into it that much as what he claims to be. Just watch him closely, and then you tell me whether you agree with me Thursday evening or not. It would be interesting. But yeah, in the past his opinion was balanced. Now he's overreacting. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened to the Ether RTA, because I mean, most people, I think almost everyone which I saw enjoyed the Ether RTA, and he actually went off and had a problem with it. But as I understand it now, he realizes his mistake, whether I think he's going to admit it or not, but he's going back and doing something else with it though, whether it's this build which wasn't correct on it. But yeah, but as I said, watch him for entertainment value, not necessarily and I like, what I also like about him is the amount of devices which he actually gets. So if you have played around with devices a lot, by looking at that device and how it functions, or the atomizer, how the airflow control actually works, and the way in which the deck is made, and how this thing is assembled or disassembled, then you yourself can get an idea whether you think you would like it or not. So yeah, I watch him just for the variety of products which you get, and he puts out a lot of videos. Daar sê, okay, Midiboer, ek sal vir jou Vos, ek sal vir jou vanaand bietjie luister. You guys must go and watch Vos. He has got a live show. He advertises it on Facebook. Vos Reineke. He sings nice music, man. Lekker old folk music. If you're anything above 30 and up, you're going to like his tunes. Neil Diamond, Creedence, Chris Christopherson. He plays them. Country Roads. He's got those numbers. Just those feel-good songs. I think Rippy's doing it for the money now. Henry, he's always done it for the money. He's always done it for the money. But yeah, but I can't really give an opinion about those oaks. It will just be a superficial opinion. I don't know them though. Well, I probably can give an opinion, but because I am also a vape reviewer with a YouTube base, it's probably not ethical to give an opinion. But off camera, I can talk about it, yeah. Daar sê bietjie Simon ek wat funkel. So yeah, bridge over troubled waters, or maybe the boxer coming through tonight. You guys must go and listen to him. Cheers, Vos. Dankie dat jy gejoin het. So anywho, so I'm going to give you a peaceful rest of a Sunday. If you guys don't have anything else. But yeah, keep your questions for Thursday, and then maybe when I receive some vape mail, I will keep the packages closed so we can all together be in excitement and see what is inside these packages. But yeah, the sad thing is a lot of people promise things and they just never deliver. And that's also one of the things which is getting to me. Don't promise somebody something if your intent is not there to actually deliver, to produce. Frankly speaking, a stylish high-end person doesn't need to tell people that he is elite. Yeah, 80. True, yeah. That's true. So any case, guys, thank you very much for joining. As I said, I'm just happy I tested out my camera though. This camera setup. For you guys that came in a bit late though, I can just quickly show you. Just a quick show to show you how it actually looks. Let's put it on again. And then you can tell me what the quality, whether you think the quality would suffice when I do a nice close-up build of something. Let's just get my hand in there. Yeah, that's it. Make my little picture smaller. Transition quickly over there. Put in a nice atomizer down there. Play a bit with the zoom. But I think this thing looks awesome. Okay. Just check that out, man. Huh? Wouldn't it be nice to see a build that way? Better than the C920, huh? Much better. So any case. Alright guys, so I'm going to just stop the stream now. As I said, I don't want to mess you guys about too much though. It wasn't the official going live. I will chat you Thursday evening if the rat decides to stay away from my cables. But I'm getting poisoned tomorrow morning. I'm going to throw 17 tablets across that roof of mine. Just to make sure that the guy doesn't come close to my cables again.